Hello, members of the light. Hope that you're well. This is the April 2025 energy update. The angels called the April energy activations and applications. So expect to be applying the information, the wisdom that you gleaned from that last partial solar eclipse and begin the activations of receiving the activations and the inspired action of how, what, when, where to appropriately place these new aspects of your life. Okay. Right, Two of Cups reversed and Two of Wands upright. Finally gleaning the courage, being able to see the path of striking out on a whole new way of being, letting go. Two of Cups reversed. This is some heartfelt relationship or soul contract that you are leaving behind. This soul contract, this deeply felt, experienced relationship that has meant a lot to you and that has truly helped you become the person that you are today. You're accepting that it's time to start to be daring again, to be adventurous, and to strike out and to take balanced risks again in your life. Okay, so April is an acceleration. We had a lot of chaos in March. March was chaotic. We'll probably look back over the year and remember March. But April it's acceleration, but in a gentler, more grounded fashion. That's the way I'm feeling it. We had our milestones in March. April, it's slower and subtler, but there's still a lot of application required, okay, and activated action. Neptune finally moves into Aries, and this is going to bring in a lot of fire. So we're going to have a lot of this fire energy, which is going to provide fuel again to get things moving and to get us heading in the direction that we need to go. So things have changed, right? So we understand that our life has moved and shifted, for sure. And we've been given a map. We've connected the dots. You know, it's safe to say that this eclipse season has certainly revealed. It's a bit like looking at the stars in astrology and connecting the patterns that reveal Taurus or reveal Leo or reveal Virgo. You know, we're starting to see a bigger, broader picture. Okay, and I did say to my members of the light on this channel here, the members, to take a broader perspective. I said that a few weeks ago in the reading I did for you. If you want to look back on that reading, that might be helpful. The advice was, don't just give yourself relief in the moment. Actually look at how your choices are affecting, your decisions now are affecting the bigger, broader picture down the road of your life, okay? So, oh yeah, this was a mad thing. Have you noticed a complete change in your diet? Have you noticed that? It's like you might have gone from being a vegan for 20 years to being full carnivore, or you might have shifted from eating one particular way that you've sworn by has worked for you all your life, and then all of a sudden it's just stopped working for you and you've had to completely reevaluate. Well, a lot of people found in the last few weeks, especially with the eclipses and in March, that like a lot of vegans suddenly got a craving for something more meaty, or maybe you were a full carnivore and you went the other way. You were like, I need to lighten this. I want to get back to fruit and vegetables, or, you know, raw food for a while. I actually developed a craving for chicken. Like, I've been vegan, vegetarian since I was a child. So this was so crazy, so nuts. And I was really nervous about it because I haven't craved or wanted meat since forever. I was never really interested in meat. I never really enjoyed it. But it was like my body was just saying, you need chicken. You need that really high, robust protein source. So that was wild. So I was wondering, did you notice that? Because a lot of people have been reporting that these new frequencies were very clear and directive about what the body needs. So please listen to that, whatever your body is saying. Yeah, so it's about, again, alignment and what you truly want. And it's about satisfaction. So April and May, there's a really tight, honed in focus on what actually is satisfying now, and actually asking yourself, like, when you're in your habits, you're in your daily routine, is this actually satisfying me? Like, if you drink coffee every morning, are you enjoying that coffee, or is it time to switch it up? Again, dietary changes, but they're more of a symbol of the deeper shifts that we are being pushed into in digesting and metabolizing these higher star frequencies. So there's an application of new skills. You might be returning to study, or you might be returning to some old skill that you abandoned, and you're finding that you want to return and you want to pick that up again. Deja vu, lots of deja vu moments, glitches in the matrix, wild dreams, or a total change of diet. So yeah, lots of wild dreams. The dreams will be giving us some satisfaction of things that's missing. So you might find that you wake up quite happy and go, oh, that was such a good dream, because it actually gave me what I need and what I require in my life right now. And you might be thinking, oh, it's just a dream. But remember, dreams can be very prophetic, and they can also show us that we need to give something our attention, our focus. Yeah, so there's something in this week coming, second week of April. Let's say from the 6th, where there's a weight, I have weight lifted off shoulders. So something happens that it returns you to self. There's a healing here, the star, okay? There's coming back to the self and the confidence, and there's a deep healing within that helps you drop a burden of some kind, okay? 6 of Pentacles. So it's like you might receive a resource or money or some kind of plan, like loan plan or something, that helps you to feel more abundant, more clear. Like, this is a success, 7 of Wands. This is a success through a challenge, and then you overcome this and you drop the burden, okay? 8 of Cups. Yeah, walking away from anything that's not fulfilling. If it's not fulfilling, if there's something missing, you're walking away. Yes, you have the strength to get through these crazy intense energies, especially for the next few days, I have to tell you. Wrapping something up, accepting that something has ended. Page of Cups, this is the pages. There's new information, new beginnings, and new applications of that. Some creative endeavor. Okay, let me see. Right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So there's something here that was being offered, some kind of contract of some kind. Maybe you thought this was the right move. I'm just going to clarify it here. Can you please clarify from the souls watching what the Page of Cups is, please, first. And then can you clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please? There's something here that looked good on paper, but it wasn't gonna hit the spot for you. Yeah. You didn't quite trust it. You felt discouraged. There was a lack of connection to this offer. There was a lack of inspiration. You didn't feel, it didn't sit right in your gut, okay? But when you drop what has not worked, or what you can see now is actually, it was a dud, it was a dead end. You move towards this creative new offer. Now, this is going to require you to have a whole change of perspective, the Hanged Man, right? You're going to have to shift your old way of looking at things. Your old way of doing life is going to have to drastically change now moving forward from April, okay? You've got to keep a balance, and you've got to be willing to look at things that you think don't blend. 11:11 on the clock. Things that you think don't blend, that don't work, but actually they're actually very complementary. There's something here that's complementary that on the outset could look like, oh no, that could never work. That wouldn't be for me. But actually, if you give it a chance, and if you go into this month with an open energy, with an open mind, open heart, you can create your 10 of Cups. This is like returning to a childhood dream, a childhood hope. It's something that you can't see how this could work. Or it could be that you've totally given up on a desire, a goal. You're like, I give up, it's never going to happen. I just can't see how this is going to work. And you might have a go at it, a run at it, and it doesn't work the first crack out of the box. But it's going to require you to be really honest about what's going on inside you, and about and being honest about that with people outside of you. So not hiding things anymore. You know, really going deep into your truth and being transparent about that, and just saying, you know what, this is how I feel, this is how I see this. Let the chips fall where they may, and totally accepting that by staying true to your dignity and by holding that wisdom for yourself, it doesn't matter what the peanut gallery has to say about it, okay? Health is a big focus. Major focus right now, especially for the next 6 weeks, and getting back into vitality. And some people will be, that's including myself, going in to have scans, and, you know, the hospital, I have to have a brain scan, I have to have a liver scan, I have to have loads of stuff going on. So there's definitely that's actually in the collective right now. We're having to reevaluate how we've done our health, and accept that, okay, well, I'm in a different part of my life, or this thing has happened. Maybe you've had a baby. That totally is going to change how you approach your exercise, your health, your diet, all that stuff. Queen of Wands reversed and Page of Swords reversed. This is all the April energy, and I'm going to continue with the notes now in a second. Where are you not trusting your instincts here? Because your instincts are on the money. Your instincts are correct. This sun is waiting to shine on your face. Okay, the Page of Swords reversed is, be careful with what you say. Stay calm and cool and collected no matter what goes on, especially the next few days, the next 2 weeks, okay? Any delays with news and information, that's reversed, so that's over now. You're going to have the information. You're going to get the go ahead. You're going to know I'm hearing green light. So you're going to get the green light with something. Okay. So 4 of Wands. Yeah. You're going to be celebrating that. It's going to feel like, oh, I can finally let go of that weight, which was causing me a lot of judgment, a lot of stress. So by saying no to something, that's what the cards is back in my notes here. By saying no to something, you get to say yes to the right thing. Okay. Now, becoming more clear-minded. Mercury goes direct. I think on the 7th. So that's coming up. That's actually tomorrow. Mercury goes direct. Staying unmoved, neutral, I have here. Judgment reversed. Keeping your judgments to yourself unless it's relevant and required. So, you know, don't show your teeth until you're ready to bite. Okay? This is a great time to practice being unmoved, to go into the neutral, and to really embody that in your actions and how you carry yourself and how you answer things. Okay, so you might find that it's like your soul is trying to show you that you have the strength, you have what it takes to tame this lion. So any metaphorical lions around you, just take a deep breath, be unmoved with the response, and be true to yourself. Keep your chin up, hold your dignity, and stay in your heart, because if you drop down into the heart, it will soften any of this. Now, there's a communication for someone I'm hearing, and you may want to resist it, okay? There's some apology coming in, and you just as reversed. You don't want to hear it. You're like, you know what? Don't even care anymore, right? And you could be very, very tempted to just push this person away, isolate, and not hear the conversation. Resist doing that. Don't do that. This is, especially with Mercury going direct, you want to at least hear that person out, okay? Your ego's going to want to stomp about it and be like, don't want to know. Remember that whole thing, talk to the hand. Don't do that. You'd be so much better off if you just honor yourself. Now, that doesn't mean you drop boundaries. You can still hold your boundary in place. But I feel it is going to loosen the tension if you just at least hear that person's apology. I'm not saying you have to accept it or change anything about it, but at least hear them out, okay? There's something about that communication that's important for releasing tension in your body and for feeling better and for moving that blocked situation forward. King of Pentacles. So if you're worried about some money situation, this money is going to come in. There will be financial security. And I feel like there will be some kind of celebration with that 4 of Wands. Now, it doesn't have to be a big, massive celebration, although it can be. 4 of Wands can be a big family get-together to celebrate something. But it can also be an internal spiritual celebration that you've held your own, that you stayed calm, that you remain neutral. And I feel as well at the end of the month, around the 27th, 28th, there will be a bit of a crossroads at that point, at the end of the month, I'm hearing, okay? So this could be to do with some relationship offer. 2 of Cups just jumped out there, and that's flanked by the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords does not take any bull. She will cut through what's fluffy. She wants logic. She wants realistic. She wants honest. And she wants someone who's loyal and determined. So if you're feeling that there's any wishy-washiness going on around you, you're probably going to remove that. You're going to walk away from that. And you're going to hold that dignified space. So there's a big focus on the word dignity You know, Three of Wands. Push out of comfort zone, persevere and grow. Yeah. So not just returning to something because it's comfy, because it's cozy, because it's a quick fix for now. You know, oh, well, this thing, you know, going into the arms of a beautiful woman just for the night because it gives you a dopamine hit. That's not the broader view. That's not looking at, you know, you're looking for a wife, okay? So why are you having a one night stand? It's about not just, we really in April are saying, I got to push myself out of this comfort zone. I got to start living. I got to stop preparing to live, and I've got to start actually living life, but not living just to put a band-aid on the wound, but actually living and doing whatever activations need to be applied, whatever applications are required now. And I'm hearing for some of you, that could be actual filling out of forms. Maybe there's a big bunch of forms and you're like, oh, I do not want to have to fill out those forms. Well, April is the time to sit down and put that work in and do it. Because you want to persevere so you can expand now. And April is going to require an expansion of what has been. You cannot go back. You're not the same person you were. You're tired of always waiting. Like this waiting thing that's been going on for you, that's over now. You've got the information. And if you haven't got all the information, you will. Give it time. With those delays, that is going to move forward very quickly in the next, literally, I'm telling you, in the next few days, the next week or two of this video. Come back and watch this if you don't believe me. We're all finding that the delays that were held behind the door is opening and everything is spinning in, okay? So we are being spun into this month with all this new stuff, new ideas, new understandings, and you know, you might have got your shock, your lovely eclipse shock and awe, and you've had to take a few days to absorb that and to bring that overwhelm down. Do take that time if you need it. I know I certainly did. I got results from tests I had and I was absolutely, talk about being exasperated and overwhelmed. I was, you know, it was very scary, and it still kind of is, but you know, I've taken the time to just, I had my bare feet on the grass today. I was walking around on planet Earth and just grounding that energy and getting extra rest, staying hydrated, eating good food. So yeah, and about the dietary changes, don't give yourself a hard time. You know, sometimes our soul requires things that we don't understand on a logical level, but the body has its own intelligence. You know, ask a pregnant woman. She'll tell you this. Like, she might crave, I knew a woman who craved ice cubes while she was pregnant. All she wanted to do was suck ice cubes. You know, maybe she had some deep hydration needed. Who knows? But the point is, she listened and she trusted it and she followed it. So some women, when they're pregnant, crave, I knew a woman who also said she craved coal, like literally sucking on lumps of coal, because she was deficient in elements, okay, in nutrients and minerals, micro minerals. So it's about trusting that inborn, God-given intelligence that is, when we have all that coherence between the heart and mind, is all working together and connected. So that's the first April energy report or update. The light in me recognizes the light in you. If you enjoy this, you know what to do to be kind. You can give me a thumbs up. Take care, everybody.